Hello everyone. Today we are going to see a chapter called Arithmetic Progression. Now in this chapter we will see what is arithmetic progression. We will understand how to find nth term and sum of first n terms of the arithmetic progression. And yes, we will solve some applications which we come across in daily life. So let us begin. First here we will understand what we mean by sequence. So as you can see here, a sequence is an arrangement of number in a definite order according to some rule. For example, 1, 8, 27. Now if you see these three numbers, you should be able to find out the next number, right? Here if you see 1, 8, 27, what relation you are finding? That they are cube of natural number in sequence. Cube of 1 is 1, cube of 2 is 8, cube of 3 is 27, cube of 4 is 64, cube of 5 is 125. So any such kind of arrangement where you can predict the next term is your sequence. So they are present in some order, right? Similarly here 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Here also you can identify that each next term is find out by multiplying 2 to the previous term. And here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Here you see that the difference between two consecutive terms are same, right? Okay. So all these are called sequence. Now let us understand what we mean by so here we can see that A1, A2, A3, okay, right? These are the terms, like here first term, here this first term we call this as A, right? This is A or A1 you say, this is A2, A3, A4 and so on. So this 1, 2, 3 is nothing but it indicates the position, and the number at nth place will be written as an. So here I can use dot dot dot, and here at nth position I will write an. Done. So this is all about sequence. Now arithmetic progression, the chapter which we are talking about, arithmetic progression. So what is this arithmetic progression? Here if you see arithmetic progression, a sequence A1, A2, A3 is called an arithmetic progression if there exists a constant number d such that A2 is A1 plus d, A3 is A2 plus d, and A4 is A3 plus d, and so on. So what you understand from here, that next term you can find out by adding a constant difference. Next term you can find out by adding some constant number to the previous term. So this constant number which we are adding, this is called common difference of the arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression is what? Any sequence in which between two consecutive terms you will find a constant number or same difference you say. Say for example, if I take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. So this is what? This is again a arithmetic progression, right? AP. In short we will say AP. Here if you see the common difference, there is a common difference of 2, right? Okay. So I hope you are very much clear about arithmetic progression, right? Arithmetic progression is what? Where you find a common difference between two consecutive terms. Yes? Okay. That means if you subtract first term from the second term, you will get the same result as you get by subtracting second term from the third term. Okay. So that is what common difference we call, right? Okay. So an arithmetic progression can be defined as a list of number in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. The fixed number is called common difference that we are adding, and the common difference can be positive, negative or 0, right? So it is not like you should keep on increasing like 2, 4, 6, 8 it could be like 10, then 9, then 8. That is also an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 1. Okay, so here in arithmetic progression, the important thing we should keep in mind is that a2 minus a1 will be same as a3 minus a2 will be same as a4 minus a3, and this is called common difference D. Okay, now let us see some problems from the exercise. Okay, you can solve, or what I will say that you can first try yourself and then see the solution. You can pause the video here, you solve the problem and then check. Okay, so rather than I will say that sit with textbook, solve from the textbook first. So here the first problem is a taxi fare. Here the question is, in which of the following situations does the list of number involved make an arithmetic progression and why? Okay, so we have to check whether the sequence which I will get after reading this statement is in arithmetic progression. If yes, then what is the reason? Okay, so a taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So this is a common experience. You must have traveled with taxi or auto. Okay, so if you travel 1 kilometer or less than it, you are paying 15 rupees. So 15 rupees is your initial fare. So taxi fare for 1 kilometer I have written 15 rupees. Okay, then for each extra kilometer I am paying 8 rupees more. So that means if I travel 2 kilometer, then I will pay 32 rupees. If I go 3 kilometer, then I will pay 31 rupees, and so on. Okay, so therefore if I write a sequence, it is 15, 23, 31, 39 and so on. Now let us check what is the difference between consecutive term, that is a2 minus a1, a3 minus a2 and a4 minus a3. Here we are getting difference as 8. So as the difference between successive terms are same, we will say that it is an AP. So this problem, this sequence is an AP, right? Okay, now let us move to second one. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. The amount of air present in the cylinder when the vacuum removes 1/4. So here vacuum is removing 1/4 of the air. So let us assume that in the beginning we have V volume. In the beginning we have V volume. So as in the beginning we have V volume, so amount of air that left after a removal of 1/4 of the air, it will be V minus 1/4 of V. That will give me 3/4 of V. Here I hope you are quite comfortable with the calculation. If you have any problem, see V you can take common. So once you take V common, it is 1 minus 1 divided by 4 into V, and this 1 minus 1 divided by 4 you can write 1 upon 1, and you can use the cross multiplication rule, that is 4, 1 into 4 is 4 minus 1 whole divided by 1 into 4, that is 4. Okay, so this you already have learned in your previous classes, so there should not be any problem, right? So the second term which I get is 3 divided by 4V. Now again I will remove 1/4 of this 3 by 4V from this 3 by 4V. So my third term will be this calculation, 3 by 4V minus 1 divided by 4 times of 3 divided by 4V, and this will give me 9 divided by 16V, and so on. I will calculate few more terms. So A1, A2, A3, A4, these 4 terms are quite comfortable. So if I check the difference between consecutive terms, here the term is like V, 3 by 4V, 9 divided by 16V, 27 divided by 64V, right, and so on. So now let us check the common difference, or check the difference between consecutive term. A2 minus A1 or A2 minus A, it will give me minus 1 divided by 4V. A3 minus A2, if I check, it gives me 3 divided by 16V. A4 minus A3, it gives me minus 9 divided by 64V, and so on. So hence you can see that here the difference are not same. As the difference is not same, I will say that it is not an AP. So this sequence is not in AP, right? Okay, so this sequence is not in AP. If you get the common difference same, it will be an AP. So by now I hope you have understood that how you can check whether a sequence is an AP or not. Now this third question, the cost of digging a well after every meter of digging when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging when the cost is 150 for first. So you have to solve this problem by yourself. Initial value you will get 50, right? So 150, the first value will be 150. Then for each extra kilometer you are paying 50 more. So for 2 kilometer cost of digging every meter, for 2 meter it will be 200, then it will be 250, then it will be 300 and so on. So easily you can identify that this is an AP, this sequence is an AP. Okay, now fourth one, the amount of money in an account every year when 10,000 is deposited at a compound interest of 8% per annum. So you must remember that in 8th standard you learn how to calculate the compound interest and how to find the amount. Okay, the amount of money I have to find out when there is a compound interest. So the initial amount is 10,000. Then after 1 year I use a formula and I got 10,800. Then 1 year later, that is after 2 years, I get that the same amount become 11,664. After 3 year, here it should be like after 3 year, it will be 12,597.12. Now see the difference. Are you getting the common difference? Here the difference is 800. Here difference is something else and something else, like so 800, 864, 933. So difference between consecutive terms you are getting different. So you will say that this is not an AP. Okay, so here compound interest formula was involved, so I solved it. So this is our first category of questions where they will give some information, and based on that information we have to find different terms and then we have to check whether it is an AP or not. So to check whether it is AP or not, you will find the difference between consecutive terms and that will give you a fair idea. Okay, now the second question, write the first 4 terms of an AP when the first term A and the common difference are given. Okay, again this is a very simple question. You have given first term and common difference, so you know that first term is like what is given. Now the second term, to get the second term, what you do, this common difference you will add to the first term, so you will get the second term. To get the third term, you add the common difference to the second term and you will get the third term, and similarly to get the fourth term you will add common difference to the third term and you will get the fourth term. So the procedure is very simple. Okay, how you get the next term, you have to add common difference to the term itself. Like if I am on third term, to get the fourth term I will add the common difference D to it. Okay, now you can solve this problem yourself. The common difference is 0, so you will get minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 and so on. Next problem, A is 4, D is 3, so you will get 4, then when you add minus 3 it will become 1, then when you add minus 3 it will become minus 2, okay, minus 5 and so on, like that. So problems are very simple, only for practice they have given. Fourth, here A is given something, say minus 1, here something is missing and D is given half, so you have to add half. So basically addition, subtraction you should know. Here in the fifth question, A is given minus 1.25, D is minus 0.25. So from minus 1.25 you have to subtract this minus 0.25. When you are subtracting a negative number, it is same as adding that number. Okay, so minus 1.25 minus of minus 0.25. Okay, so here while solving the problem I have made a mistake of taking D as a positive number, but here D is a negative number. So at each stage what I have to do, I have to add. So here it will become minus, it will become what I am doing, negative number I have to add. Okay, sorry, negative number I have to add, that means it is subtraction only. So this is all right, this is perfect. Okay, nothing wrong, right? So a plus d, yes, a plus d, it is a plus d. So I am not subtracting, I am adding, yes. Okay, so it is minus 1.5, minus 1.75, minus 2, and so on. The third type of question is, for the following AP, write the first term and the common difference. Okay, you have to write the first term and common difference. So the first term, yes, the number which is present at the beginning is your first term. So here the first term is 3, and the common difference from second term, subtract the first term. Okay, this is your common difference. Already they mentioned in the problem that it is AP, so you need not have to check whether it is AP or not. So subtract first from the second or subtract second from the third, anything you can do, you will get the common difference. Common difference, yes, common difference is indicated by D, so I should write here in bracket D, right? Now there are a few more questions, so you can try yourself. A is given, okay, and the common difference, for common difference you subtract first term from the second term. In the same way, this problem, third question, fourth question, this is fourth question, I think, yes, this is question number 4. Yes, okay. So third kind of question, so here 3 questions of 3 type. In the first question, we have to identify whether the given sequence is AP or not. In the second sequence, we find out the next terms. When A and D is given, we find out second term, third term, fourth term, and so on. And the third kind of question, okay, in the third type of question, here we have to find, a sequence is given, we have to find the common difference. Okay, and we have to check whether it is AP or not. Third question, yes, this was the third question. We have to find first term and the common difference. Okay, fourth, which of the following are AP? If they form AP, find the common difference and write 3 more terms. Okay, so you have to write 3 more terms. Now to check whether it is AP or not, you find difference, common difference, A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, and yes, you get the answer like 2, 4, 8, and so on. Now the difference between 2 successive terms are not same, so you will say that it is not an AP. So no need to find next term. Now here we find that, okay, the difference between consecutive term like A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, and A4 minus A3, we are getting result as 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So as difference between 2 successive terms are same, we will say that this is an AP. This is an AP. Common difference is 1 by 2, and now once I got common difference, I can find next term like A1, A2, A3, A4. A4 is given. So for A5, fifth term, I will add D to the fourth term. To sixth term, to get the sixth term, I will add D to the fifth term, and so on. So next 3 terms are like 4, 9 by 2, and 5. Again here, you have to check whether this is an AP or not. So you will take the difference. So minus 3 by 2 plus 1, 1.2, minus 3.2 plus 1.2, it will give minus 2. So everywhere you are getting minus 2. So this is an AP. And now you can find next 3 terms. So minus 7.2, then you will find minus 9.2, minus 11.2, and so on. Here the common difference we are getting 1 by 2, so it is an AP, and we can find next 3 terms. Now here in this problem, 3 comma 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2. So when you subtract A2 minus A, or A3 minus A2, or A4 minus A3, what you are getting? You are getting root 2 as the common difference. So as you are getting root 2 as the common difference, you will say that this is an AP. This is an AP, right? Here the common difference is root 2. And you can find next 3 terms. So next 3 terms are 3 plus 4 root 2. Okay, what you have to do? You have to add root 2. So when we add 3 plus 3 root 2 plus root 2, it will become 3 plus 4 root 2. Then 3 plus 5 root 2, 3 plus 6 root 2, and so on. Here the common difference is not same, so this is not an AP. Here if you see, the common difference is going to be same. It is going to be minus 4. So this is an AP. So next three terms you will find it will be minus 16, then minus 20, then minus 24. Okay. Okay, here if you see all the terms are same, so common difference is 0. So common difference means the difference between consecutive term is 0. So we will say that this is common difference, and the next three terms will be minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. 1, 3, 9, 27. Here the difference between consecutive terms are varying. Here it is between first two terms it is 2, between next two terms it is 6, between next two terms it is something different. So this is not an AP. 10th, 2a minus a will give you a, 3a minus 2a will give you a, 4a minus 3a will give you a. Okay, so this sequence is what? This sequence is an AP. So next three terms like 5a, 6a and 7a. A square, a cube, a power 4. Here if you find the difference is not same. Okay, a cube minus a square minus a is what? It is a square minus a only. You can take a common, so it will become a into a minus 1. Okay, let us try this. I think this is an AP. Okay, you have a2 minus a1. Here if we check what is a2 minus a, so a2 minus a is a square minus a. So if I take a common, it is a minus 1. Then a3 minus a2 if we do, it is a cube minus a square. So now here you have to take a square common and it is a minus 1. Now you can see that you are not getting the same difference. A into a minus 1 and a square into a minus 1, they are two different numbers. So therefore you will say that this is not an AP, right? Okay. Now yes, this is also interesting one. You can pause the video and try yourself. First term is root 2. Second term is root 8. So a2 minus a if we do, it is root 8 minus root 2. Now how you find this root 8 minus root 2? This root 8 if you see, you can write this as 2 root 2. So 2 root 2 minus root 2, you will get root 2 only. Similarly, if we take a3 minus a2, it is root 18 minus root 8. This root 18 is nothing but 3 root 2. 3 3 is the 9 to the 18, and this root 8 is 2 root 2. Again the difference is of root 2. Then a4 minus a3. If we take a4 minus a3, so a4 is what? A4 is root 32 and a3 is what? Root 18. So this is 4 4 the 16, so this is 4 root 2 minus this is 3 3 the 9 to the 18, so 3 root 2. So 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2 is what? Root 2. Okay, so everywhere you find that okay, the difference between consecutive term is root 2, so you will say that this is an AP. This sequence is an AP. Now here in this problem, root 3, root 6, root 9, root 12. Okay, what you do? Let us check. Here a2 minus a1 if we do, it is root 6 minus root 3. Now I cannot take or if I take root 3 common, then it will be root 2 minus 1. Then if I take a3 minus a2, it is root 9 minus root 6. Now here root 9 is 3, so it is 3 minus root 6. So the common difference is not same, so therefore this is not an AP. This sequence is not an AP. Now here in this problem, a2 minus a1, you will get 3 3 the 9, 9 minus 1, it is 8. Here I am writing in short, but when you are solving, you have to solve completely with procedure. The procedure you have already seen in the initial problems, that how we are writing. So write accordingly, right? Now a3 minus a2, if I find a3 minus a2, it will be 5 square minus 3 square. So 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9. So 25 minus 9, 25 minus 9 is 6, this is 16, and so on. So this is how you are getting the result. This problem 1 square, 5 square, 7 square, 73. So here also if you check the common difference, you will not get the same. What is this? Which of the following is an AP? Okay, the same question. Okay, so this is your first exercise. In the first exercise, you understand what an AP sequence is, what is an arithmetic progression, and if some word problem is given, some question in word format is given, then how you convert them in number format, how you convert them in problem where you have term A2, A3, A4 like that, and how you check whether it is in AP or not. You also learn that how, if the sequence is an AP, how you get the next term, next few terms. You also understood that how you check a sequence whether it is an AP or not. So to check a sequence whether it is AP or not, simply you have to find the difference between consecutive terms, and if the difference between consecutive terms are same, you will say that it is an AP, right? Okay, so thank you.